Okay, hi everyone. Uh,
Hi, Chin.
hi Ricardo. Uh, I'm the new face tonight, I guess. So for everyone's knowledge, usually Lucinda, uh, who usually hosts the call with Ricardo, she's not available today, so I'm taking over Lucinda, and I'm gonna work with Ricardo to answer all of your questions. And a bit more about myself. My name again is Ching, and I work with Tom and two other ladies, Charity and Sam, and we have a store called Eggs and Bacon, and uh, we sell on Amazon. And I'm usually taking care of the inventory, logistics, and PPC management side of things. So we have our weekly call usually on Wednesday. So if you guys want to pop in tomorrow, we discuss uh, a lot of like operation stuff, like inventory and things that we encounter during managing our store in Amazon. So, and tonight I will be answering some of the sourcing and negotiation logistics question with Ricardo. Um, Before we start, I'm gonna do a poll. Let me see here. So I have a poll here. Gonna ask you guys how many of you are first time here tonight, and how many of you guys are being to Tuesday's call. So I'm just gonna launch it, and you guys can answer it. Okay. And while we're doing that, Ricardo, do you want to introduce yourself as well?
Yeah, definitely. First is really, at this time, I really missed Lucinda. And I was doing the coaching call with Lucinda every Tuesday. And well, I'm very excited that Chin is here and she's with us to help us with our questions. And yeah, I'm Ricardo, and I'm working with Tom as the product sourcing officer, and I do the sourcing thing, negotiation thing, and partly some of the logistics things. And we're here to help you out if you have any questions about these things that we tackle. We are happy to help you on this call. So, Chin, should we proceed with the questions?
Yes, for sure. Okay, so we have only a few questions tonight, and actually, I think I saw is Kathleen. Kathleen, you are here, right? Kathleen
Ferguson, yeah.
Ferguson. Yes. So I do have three, actually, just two questions for you. And do you want to unmute yourself? And because you were asking about how do you find a high quality product, or how do you source a high quality product? Because you said that the product you are looking at has a high review rating. Do you want to just maybe explain a little bit more about what you encounter, like during your product research, I assume?
The product that I'm looking at has 9 reviews. Okay.
Okay.
That's the one that I'm looking at, and it says a home run. But in the other BSRs, they're really high. And so I just want to know if I should go ahead with that one, because
Okay.
but the reviews and all of them, the reviews are good. They're good reviews, but it's just that this one, like this one, is new to the market and only has 9 reviews, and it says it's a home run. So if I can improve on it, then I guess it will be a home run.
Okay. So the product you are looking at, correct me if I'm wrong, but the product you are looking at only has few reviews, right? And most of them are great reviews. And you are just wondering how you should improve upon that product because it seems so perfect. And you don't have any feedback on that product. Is that right?
The product is let's say the first 10 has like good reviews and they're making money. Okay, but this person is a new person coming into the market and has only 9 reviews. So they really don't have any, any sort of feedback or anything besides the 9 reviews. So that's why when I clicked on it, the validation said it's a home run. And if I could improve on that particular one that's only has 9 reviews, maybe I can do something about it and make some money.
Right. When the software, the viral launch, right, that's showing you that it's a home run, or if it's like give you like, be careful, it's a very popular product. Don't, I guess, let's put it that way. Don't focus too much on that wording or how much it's telling you like, oh, if it's a good product or bad product. We are not focusing on that. Tom has a set of criteria you can check against. Focus on that, right? This is the first part. So don't worry about the viral launch, whether it's telling you that it's home run or anything. You have to go through that 10 criteria. So like, for example, if it's demand is there, right? If it's competition, if it's very competitive, if it has a lot of sellers for that product, do you have enough budget, right? And do you have that margin to work with, and etc. And also for the product you were looking at, there's only 9 reviews. So I'm wondering, does the product has good BSR? Because if it only has 9 reviews, that means that it's not selling as much, right? And there's no enough sellers selling that product. So you have to ask yourself, is there enough demand? Right. And if you want to see like how you can improve upon that product, go to, for example, search on different keywords. For example, if you reach, say that product is disposable coffee cups. You are searching for disposable coffee cups. Is there any other keywords that may be able to describe that particular product? Because there are thousands of keywords under you can describe that product. For example, like recyclable coffee cups to go, right? All these are different words that you can describe that product, and check different keywords and see what products are coming out, right, for that particular keywords, and then check to see if you can get like different reviews you can check, right? Is there any people saying like negative things about it? And that's where you can improve the product and see like, and also you don't have to only check on Amazon, you can check it on any other websites as well, Walmart, I don't know if like Home Depot or like Costco, any other sites. You don't have to like focus just on Amazon, right? So does it make sense, Catherine?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And just want to add something to that also, Kim, because I know this kind of this topic is being tackled on our Monday coach call, right? I mean, the product searching on how to do it. So, Kathleen, if you would like to do, you would like to check on this, you could probably check also on our Monday call, because definitely Dan is tackling this topic extensively. So try to check on the Monday call, and definitely Dan could definitely help you on this one also.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, exactly. Okay, and I know, Catherine, you have another question about how to attach a picture of your product to your email that you are sending to your supplier. Are you referring to email itself, or are you referring to like how to attach a picture on Alibaba?
Alibaba.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I think Ricardo has a screen share ready. You can share the screen. Let me see.
Okay.
I have to make you a co-host, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, Ricardo, I think you can share right now.
Okay, I'll share it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Kathleen, This is how I do it in Alibaba. Wait, hold on. Where is that?
I'm not seeing your screen, Ricardo. So
Yeah, wait. I'm checking on the.
okay.
Wait. Hold on. Where's my? Here it goes. Let's go to Alibaba. Then, because I'm not good in this one. Okay, I'll try my best. Okay. Okay. Here, there goes. Share it now. For example, Kathleen. Okay, now we are in Alibaba. Normally, what you do is, can you see the screen, Chin and Kathleen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now, for example, we're looking for a product and we're looking for a clock product. I mean, a wall clock, something like that. So there are two tabs here. You see can you see that? We
Right.
have the product and the suppliers, but normally I don't check on the product. I check on the suppliers, okay? So I click on the supplier. You could see that already. And then search. Then it will give you this page here. Now, what I do is I click on the company name. But of course, first and foremost, you have to check on who are the suppliers that are in the list. You see there, all are alarm clocks. But when you see something that is not like this one here, you see this one, Yiwu Kongfen e-commerce firm, household suppliers, kitchen supplies, bathroom supplies. But he has this clock photos. I mean, I would disregard that in my list because definitely it's just putting this product, but it doesn't really produce it by himself. Maybe it's just a trading company and he just get it from other suppliers also. Okay, now going back to your question. So what I do is I click this one here. Okay. And then, wait. Okay. Wait. Hold on. This one's. So now we go to the supplier here. So there goes. So now you could see the supplier. Now what you do, Kathleen, is to click on contact suppliers here. Okay. So you could see there. You could see this one, add attachment. So you just click this one. And then you could add on your product. There it goes. So that's by the email. You got it, Kathleen?
Right.
And then another thing, the most quickest way to do it is you chat with them. So that goes out, Chen Sevens, you can see there.
Yeah.
And then this one here, the image. Then send a local photo. And that comes out. So I hope we helped you, Kathleen. So it's okay now?
Yes,
you
thank you. Uh-huh.
You're welcome. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hope I could read my handwriting at the end.
Just in case you have other questions, just let us know. And we are very happy to help you on this one. And just in case also, Kathleen, if we finish this call and you have some questions, we have our FB group. You could just send your question in the group and then you just tag me and tag Chin or anyone from us. Okay?
Where's the FB group? Where's the FB group? Is it on the side?
Sorry, it's on Facebook. It's a Facebook group. I think everyone has, yeah.
Oh,
everyone has access to that, right?
Oh. Yeah. I didn't know what it was, what FB was.
Yes. So you're a member of that group already, right? The Facebook group?
Yes, I signed up already.
That's great. That's great.
Thanks.
Okay.
So we move.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll move to the next question. David is asking, I'm struggling on how to find my target price for suppliers by including all the hidden fees, shipping, Amazon fees, duties, etc. Can you show us how to do it? I've been using hidden 10 calculator, but I don't feel confident that I'm getting the accurate information. Ricardo, do you want to answer this one?
Yeah, definitely. Because David, I hope you're in the call right now. Are you in the call? Just raise your hand if you are here. So I think he's not here, is he? Wait,
yeah, I don't think he's here. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure after this call, maybe he would check on that. But this is very helpful for new students also. I mean new students or the old ones here. Now, share my screen again. Chin, I'll be sharing the cost profit analysis, because this Excel file is having all the costs needed in order to get a good profit, right? So,
yep.
But I have designed it in a way that the new students will just put in the details on the Excel, and then it would automatically calculate. Okay, so yep. Can I share my screen now, Chin?
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Share screen. Hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Okay, there it goes. Then, okay, share. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay, so this is for David.
Oh, actually,
and also
it's like black or something. Are you on the right screen or something?
Yeah, wait.
Try again.
Screen is paused. Okay, I'll share it again, okay? Share screen. Here is it. Share. Can everyone see it? Why your screen is sharing this paused? I think you... Is it paused?
It says, maybe I'll... I'm not seeing a screen. Can anyone else see a screen or no? Okay.
Because I think you have paused my screen.
Probably not.
Because it's...
Okay, I'll just I'll make you a host actually. Maybe that will help. Okay. Can you try again, Ricardo?
Okay. Hopefully it works. So here is it. Wait, hold on. Share. Yeah, okay now. It's my screen is shared already. Can everyone see this?
Yeah,
okay.
Now we can see it.
Okay, for David and everyone, I have designed, actually we were using this template. However, what I did is I designed something in which all of us will just input our details. So you could see here that you just have to type, so that for your file, you could type the product name here, and then you could see here the required field. Okay, so you could see here the cost of goods. So what is the price that you get from your seller? So this one you have to work it out. So I mean, this is the part of negotiation wherein you would search for a good price for your goods, and then what is the inventory, like that, and then the HS code. You could see that. Now the rate and duties. Normally, the rate and duties, there is the general and the subheading. Does everyone follow this one? Because okay, I'll share another one here. Wait, hold on. Okay, here. Can everyone see this? The HSTS. Can everyone see this one, right?
No, just the first the Excel template you shared.
Okay, wait. I'll share this one again. Hold on. There's a lot to share here right now. Wait, hold on. So I have to stop sharing and then share again. Okay, here it goes. There you go. Okay, now this is the site that I'm using in order to get the HTS code. Sometimes there is what we call the general code. Let me check. Okay, let's check this one here. No, not that one. I'll go back. Oh. Sorry about that. Okay, not found. Let's check another item. Check this one here. Doesn't show anything. Wait. Let's find something that has. Doesn't show anything. Anyway, because I would like to show to you what do I mean by the general and also the subheading. This part doesn't show anything here. It's bad, right? Anyway, going back to what, hold on. Okay. So
I think, yeah, I think it might be easier to just type in like a keyword or something, and because it's not really searchable under the number.
The numbers.
Yeah.
You have paused my screen again, Chin?
I didn't.
Because can you see my screen now again?
No.
Yeah, because it's written here. It shows that resume share. Okay, can you? I'll share again my screen because. Okay, now my screen. Okay, I'll type an item. Let's say plant. Check. Okay, here we go. Let's get this as our example. Okay. This one here. So you could see here that there's a general price. Wait, not this one here. Let's put toy. And then there it goes. This is a good sample. So now you could see here that there is the general, the 4.3%. And this 4.3% will be put, you would input this on the Excel under the general. And here is the subheading. And see here, you can see that C990212.31, that is the subheading. And when you check on this one here, hold on, that will give you another percentage, 99021231. Okay, so normally I type that one. It's 99. My memory is not good. 902.12.
3-1.
3-1. Thank you, Chin. Okay, there it goes. Sorry, my see? No, the subheading you would see it's free. So there's nothing that you would put in there. But there are some percentage that is coming out in here. Okay, so going back to my file again. Done. This one here. Share again. Okay. So this is what I mean. So you put the percentage here and here. So once you put a figure here, it will automatically compute. For example, okay, now we go here. Let's say the product is $3. Okay, and then the inventory is, let's say, 1,500. See, there's an inventory order already. And then HS code, let's say, HS code is something is just for your information. And let's say the rate is 4.5%. No, let's do it. 0.045. No, sorry. 4.5. And then the subheading is 1%. Okay. And then let's say the length of the master carton, because this information, you have to get this from your supplier. The length of, let's say it's 63, or let's say 50, and then goes 35, and then 25. Okay. So you could see it automatically gives the figure there. Okay. And then you put the length of the individual box. So don't confuse with the master carton and also the individual box. The individual box is the where you put the product itself. So let's say it's 12 by 12 by 15, let's say. So there goes now. Now, what is the quantity of the master card? What is the quantity of the carton of the box in a carton? So let's say there are like 35. There it goes. So it automatically calculates. Now with the actual weight, let's say it's like 5. Let's say it's like 2 kg. And then the actual weight with the product plus the packaging is like 2.5. And then the shipping costs, this information, you have to get it from your supplier also. So you would see there, all these figures are coming out already. See. Now let's say the shipping cost is, let's say, shipping cost maybe something like, normally, Chin, what is the shipping cost that we normally get? Let's say 220, right? Per cubic meter.
Yeah, we can use that. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the shipping cost for the by air, let's say it's 5.5. Oh, sorry, 5.5 per kg. So there it goes. So all it's coming out there now. I see. Now here. What is your expected percentage of boxes that you want to send by sea? Let's say it's 80%. So it's 80. And then by air, definitely it would be 20. See? There it goes. And then what is the list price that you're planning to sell your product? So maybe you would sell like 25. There it goes. So the margin is 7. But of course, you have to put in the fulfillment costs. Normally, the fulfillment cost, you could check that on the Amazon site. So this is a template that I use in order to get the profit margin. So of course, the profit margin is still high because you still don't have the fulfillment cost. And Yeah, something like, and yeah, that's it. So in this way, you would see David Kumar, and for all, it computes by itself. So you would see the total market cost, something like this. So if you'll just put the correct figures, and then you'll have the correct profit margin that you'll be expecting to get in your product.
Yeah.
So hopefully this helped, and this will be very useful for most of the students here.
Yeah. And just to add to what Ricardo has mentioned, I know David is looking for more of like a target price when he's negotiating with supplier. The best thing to do is actually just ask a lot of quotes from suppliers, because from different suppliers, say, I think at least three suppliers, and normally like I can go as, I think Ricardo, when he's asking for quotes, he will be asking like 10, 20 suppliers at least. That way he can get like a range of prices. For example, like $1 the lowest, or maybe they can go up to $3. And that way you can actually see the difference in pricing, you know, like what suppliers are offering the lowest and then what the highest. And when you're ordering samples, I think Ricardo probably mentioned that you can order something that's higher in the price range and lower in the price range, and something in the middle, so you can compare the quality as well. Right, Ricardo?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
That's what I'm doing. So I get a lot of prices, and then Chin is correct. That's what I'm doing. I get the lowest sample. I mean, the lowest price sample and the highest price sample, and then I could compare what is the difference between these two samples. Why the other one is low and the other one is high, in which they are the same product. So in that way, you would know what's really happening on the sourcing that you're going to do.
Yeah. That usually will give you a good idea of like cost and how you should negotiate from there. Yeah.
I'll share a screen. I'll share a screen again also, so that everyone would know how I do things. Okay. So here it is. Okay, here. Share. Okay, can you see that? So everyone, this is what I'm doing. So you could see once I get the quotation, I immediately say, because you know, if you are working on like a past phase, all you have to do is to get the code and then save it to your file. So you could see here, what I do is I put the quotation price first. You could see that. I put the quotation price first after the detail, I mean the company name, so that when I put it in my folder, I would see immediately the lowest code. See this one? So the highest code is $21.80, and then here is 6.1 US dollars. So this is how I do it. So what I do is I get the sample for this and this and this, and I get the sample for this one here, so that I would know what is the difference between the highest priced product and the lowest priced product. So this is how I do my sourcing thing. Okay, so hopefully this would be very helpful for everyone. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. And let me see. I think we just had one new question here on the sheet here. Let me take a look. So this question is from Adrian, and he's asking, I have an order of 1,200 units on 50 carton, 24 boxes, only have a limit for 1,000 units in Amazon. Okay. And when creating the shipping labels, he only give me the labels for 20 boxes. And he was thinking to going to put some for 3PL. And he's wondering how will that work, and do I send the full 24 boxes to a 3PL and put the FBA labels for 20 boxes or send them to Amazon? Okay, and do I give the supplier the FBA labels for 20 boxes and they can leave the 4 boxes unlabeled? And the freight forwarder can send those 4 boxes to the 3PL and 20 to Amazon. Okay, so basically, I guess there are 24 cartons and he's wondering like how he should arrange the shipping. Does he send all 24 boxes to 3PL or split right away at the supplier side? I'll let you guys know what I usually do. I usually just send whatever that's being allowed to send into Amazon directly to Amazon. So if Amazon allows for 20 boxes, I will send 20 boxes direct to Amazon without going through the 3PL. And then the rest goes to 3PL. That also depends on how, I guess, your cost plays out, because sometimes it's maybe cheaper to send everything to 3PL, and then from 3PL, you send whatever that's needed to Amazon. You have to price this out. But from my experience, it's best to just split it in the beginning, so from the supplier side. So supplier can, the supplier can send everything direct to Amazon from China. And then the rest goes to USA to a 3PL, and 3PL get the labels and then ship to Amazon when the time comes. Adrian, does that answer your question? I think you're here, right, Adrian? Yeah, okay, sounds good. I see in the chat. Okay, and I think, yeah, I think that's all the question we have, right, Ricardo, from the list?
From the list, yeah, we have, but I guess I'm receiving some questions in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, and Carrie just asked what's 3PL. So 3PL is third-party warehouse, because right now Amazon has limited amount of storage available for sellers to store their goods. So they are limiting like how much stock you can send into Amazon. So in this case, you will need a third-party warehouse where you can actually temporarily store your goods in their place. And when Amazon allows you to send in more inventory, you can ask the third-party warehouse to shipping additional goods to Amazon. It's a bit of additional cost, but everyone needs this, because unfortunately there's limited amount of storage in Amazon. Yes, we do have a list of recommended 3PL in the course. You can check the course, yes. Okay, Ricardo, you said you have some additional questions there?
There's one question from Laura, though Ben has put an input on that. Are samples usually free or we have to pay? Then, Ben is correct. Yeah, you could see in the chat that Ben is correct that some we pay, but you could negotiate. You could negotiate it for free. In my case, what I do, Laura, is as much as possible, I negotiate it for free. My term is always like, let's be partners, and then I hope you could waive the sample fee, since we are paying for the shipping, and the shipping is more than the cost of the of the price of the sample. I mean, the price of the product. So sometimes they consider my request, but some they would still ask for ask for a fee. Now, since, if you could see my list, since I have a lot of suppliers in my list, so I set aside that supplier who charged me with the sample fee, and still go on with the other suppliers who doesn't charge me with the sample fee. So that's how I do it. I make them feel that they are my partner, and their support would definitely help me if they would give the sample for free. So that's how I do it. So do you do? I mean, how do you do it, Chin? Do you talk to your supplier and then?
Yeah, I usually just say, of course, we all want to get samples for free, but there are samples that are more expensive. We can get it for free. But you can negotiate on for the price of the sample. You can always say that, oh, the other supplier told me that the sample is free. Would you like to give me for free? Or like you can also consolidate all your samples to one place and have a third party to ship everything together. So that's cheaper. I guess always ask for the product separate from your freight, so that they don't build additional costs into the freight. Yeah.
And another thing, Laura, I forgot to tell you this. You could also negotiate if your supplier insists on charging you for the sample fee. What you could probably do is this. You could tell them that they have to waive the sample fee once you order. I mean, that is normally what is happening. So some supplier would say to you, okay, we'll charge you with the sample fee, but when you order from us, then we will waive the sample fee from the invoice. Sorry about my voice.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so they usually just definitely like put a term there saying that, oh, if we actually pick you as our supplier, refund the sample fee, deduct from your offer, like the first invoice, right? Yeah. What else? Royal is asking, is the limit on stock by store or by business account? Is this why we should have multiple stores or multiple business? We don't usually recommend, I guess, you can have multiple stores in Amazon, I guess multiple business in Amazon, but Amazon is very, very strict on the accounts you're opening. Because it's a violation of the terms of services if you have actually multiple stores. If you need to create a multiple account, you need to have a separate business, separate bank account, and separate like everything, separate address, different names. So we don't usually recommend it unless you've been selling like, unless I guess the rewards is bigger than the risk, right? And the limit on the inventory is per right now is per SKU, not per SKU, sorry, per store. So per your account, right? Say if you can only send in 1,000 units for this particular account. It doesn't matter like how many SKUs you have, how many products you have on that account. In total, you can only send in 1,000 units. For new sellers, there seems like depending on the product category, you can send in a little bit more units, but you will have to create your shipping plan in order to know how many units you can ship into Amazon. We still recommend everyone get in contact with your like a third-party warehouse so that they can help you to slowly shipping the product as needed. Or you can talk to your supplier saying that, there's a limit on Amazon's side, on the inventory side. Could you help me to hold some stocks in China for free? They usually do it for free because they do have the space. There are also some freight forwarders that they have a warehouse in USA or in China that can help to hold the inventory for you. So it's a conversation you want to have with your supplier, with your freight forwarder, with a third-party warehouse. It's all this context that you want to build from the start to help with your business. Is there an average cost for third-party warehouse? It really varies depending how they charge. Some charge by pallets, some charge by cubic feet, some like takes a monthly charge. Some count by days, how many days you store your products in their warehouse. So it's best to check with them and yeah, and to get an accurate cost, because you don't really want to like estimate and then you know, because it's never accurate, because it just keeps changing, just like freight right now. Every day is different. You want to check with your freight forwarder to get the updated cost. Don't rely on any kind of estimation like from Helium 10 calculator or from like Raw Launch calculator. Don't rely on that. Just get a quote from them. Yeah. Right? Anything to add, Ricardo?
Yeah, I mean, Chin is correct. I mean, right now, the freight costs are unstable. So the best way to do and to be accurate is to ask for more quotes from your FF, from your freight forwarder. So that's the best way to, especially now, right, Chin? Because now is the fourth quarter of the year. I mean, tomorrow's the start of the fourth quarter of the year. So yeah, everyone has to check always on the cost, because we do not want to be surprised once you have all the products with you and all these things, and then after a while, I mean, it's really frustrating if you would see that the cost of the freight is very high. So best is always check with your seller. I mean, the freight forwarder is also a seller. I mean, you have to check with them all the time, because right now it's everything is going up, right, Chin?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think we used to just recommending like forwarder one for our freight forwarder. You can have their contact in the resource section. There's also another company that we start to recommend because a lot of students are using her as well. If you guys search in Facebook group, you'll see her in the group as well. You might just want to like direct message her, Facebook message her. And for forwarder one, they have a website. You can request for quotes. It's very easy, just putting all the information. You want to check usually both like slow boat and fast boat. If your item is small and light, you can include air freight as well. Sometimes that's cheaper, but just feel free to request quotes from them. They know, they understand, they won't be frustrated by your request. Yeah.
And I have something to add on that also, Chin, because yeah, I know the FF that you are referring in Facebook. I'll just for everyone's information, it's Forest. Am I right, Chin? It's Forest. Your part?
I don't know actually. Forest. I think that's Forest, and there's this another lady that's like new.
Yeah, YCD. But the thing is, yeah, I have to mention this again in this call, because I have mentioned this already on the previous call, that we all members of the FBA Masterclass community, we have the privilege that we could ask FF this forest leopard to have this privilege that we pay the freight fee once our good has arrived the port of destination. Because I have talked to Forest Leopard and they agreed on that, because I have shown that also. I have shown that in the previous call that there is a communication between us that Forest Leopard has agreed to accept our payment once our good has arrived the port of destination. So that's one thing. I mean, if you are a member, then we have this privilege, because I was telling that also to Irish. Now, since you are in the group and you know everyone in the group, so I guess it's just good for you to help the students and to help the students and also the Amazon sellers in this group, that they have the privilege to pay you once their good has arrived the port of destination. So that's one thing good for all of us. If you are a member, then you have this privilege.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's always good to pay later than no.
Yeah, because at least you could save a little. I mean, you know, in every money that you send out, there's cost of money. Charity knows this one, right? Because she's the accounting lady of the team.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we have answered all the questions. Does anyone have any questions, additional questions? If not, we might just end this call early today. And Ricardo and Lucinda will be here again next Tuesday to answer all your questions. Just make sure that you submit the questions to the list, and then they can answer all the questions. Okay.
Yep. And
so,
again, just to add on, again, if because we're closing early, just in case something came up into your mind and you would like to throw these questions after this, you could post it in our group, and hopefully we can answer those questions. I mean, anything about negotiation, sourcing, and logistics, we can help you on that. Now, with regards to PPC and the other things about money matters, Chin teams, Sam, and also Charity can help you with that. And now for Dan, it's a product searching thing. So yeah, after this, just tag us, and then we can answer your questions in the group.
Okay. So yeah, Ben has put the link for the questions to where to submit the questions in the chat. Okay, so thank you guys, and hope you guys have a wonderful night. Bye.
Bye.